It works! Well, that's the first thing YouTube's gonna see. Hello everyone and welcome to Sunkissed, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition TTRPG campaign thing where we're going to, you know what, let's just hold off on that for a little while. Go with something a bit more chill.
Oh, the music, okay.
Yeah.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Sunkissed, Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition
TTRPG
campaign. I guess it's just intros after that, right?
Yeah.
Much. I don't think I usually say anything else.
I think sometimes it's an awkward moment. Anyway, this is an awkward moment, so that'll do.
Sure, yeah, there we go. Ticked off
There you
that
go.
box. I'm Sheepdog. No, I never say that. Anyway.
It's new. Very exciting.
So we are missing the ineffable Vandy today.
Inimitable.
Inimitable.
Effervescent.
Oh, it's good.
That means bubbly.
It does.
I'm sorry,
adorable.
What is this intro?
That was
Really?
so cute. Oh my god.
So, yes, we're missing Vandy today. Honestly, mostly because she had some work she could do, and we well, not that we don't need her, but that she's not really gonna be in this episode. So we're all like, go away, Vandy, and we throw her out.
Killed her character.
Why are you here, Vandy? Was actually
we
said.
love
Yeah,
her.
it was.
It was said.
She's in the chat.
No, she's not. Ignore her.
We're banning her.
She knows all the secret things, chat. She knows what's in the outtakes.
We love Vandy, really. Don't tell her that. Oh.
I remember Josh was joking about having a sword, so I made him a mod in the chat, and it took him like 2 seconds, and he'd already banned someone. I was like, I'm just gonna take that sword away, put it over here.
It went to
Running
my head
around,
real
like,
quick.
swinging his sword.
Oh shit, it's Maggie as well. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're in trouble.
Oh.
But Vandy's not here. She's in chat. Say hello in chat, everybody.
Hello in chat, everybody.
Hello in chat, everybody.
Hey.
Josh got it wrong.
How does that feel, Josh, to be on the same wavelength as me?
It was a good joke because I made it as well, so you're
Okay.
in the clear.
Let's go around and say hello to everyone. No one's eating or drinking. This is upset. I saw Tash take a sip while I was doing my Vandy spiel. Tess, why don't you go first?
Damn you. Damn you. Hi. I'm Tessa, also Nahari on the show, and I got sheepied last week, so I'm like mentally prepared to have that happen again, or for the continuation of that. But I'm also running on not a lot of sleep, so it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I stream on my channel on Saturdays, and yeah, I'm around. I do Borderlands stuff, Bordercast podcast, and I edit Ultimate Vault Hunters and do other Borderlands related things on the Borderlands channel. And yeah, my channel Saturdays, and Rhyme of the Frost Maiden on Tablesbury on Fridays, and Cats and VR and running and derps. And that's me. Oh, I've been listening to really cool Stitch of Fate, which is Josh's thing. So you should
May
check
as
it
well
out on
promote it,
Spotify.
seeing as Josh will forget to. So
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. If you like vampires, you should check it out. It's called Stitch of Fate. It's really awesome. Cats in VR. Actually, yes. So the cats do appear in the VR streams quite a bit. It's a thing.
they're probably just like coming over to see what the human is doing, like fighting invisible ghosts or something.
they look at me like my human is very strange.
It's broken.
Well, it's better than if they just like walked past without paying any attention. Like, yeah, this is normal.
Sometimes they do that.
Oh. Oh.
Well, I cleared a space for the VR finally, in our small apartment, and there's lots of cat spaces like in and around the space because I mean the whole apartment really belongs to them, and we just happen to live here and clean it. And so they just like walk through and past it all the time, and it's a thing. Yeah.
Also, it's a little bit of your own back, because does anyone else hate it when animals look at something that doesn't exist, like it's super interesting, and then you have a ghost in your room for ages?
Yeah, it freaks me out a little
Yeah.
bit.
They're like,
Usually,
oh,
like,
what's that in the
above.
corner? And you're like, there's nothing there. Stop looking. It's freaking me out.
Bloody cats.
So let's jump over next to, you know what, we talked about Stitch of Fate. Maybe he'll remember if we keep talking about it. Josh.
It's so cool.
Hi. I am Josh.
Yes, that's true.
And I run all of the channels ever on YouTube.
Yeah, that's also true.
Gaming FTL, Strange Adventures, which has Stitch of Fate on it, most
Okay.
importantly. And Gaming FTL on Twitch as well, where I've
Yes.
been streaming Valheim because I want to be a Viking.
Why are you a Transylvanian vampire then?
Bear.
I want to be a Viking, Blair.
Well, because I'm not a Viking. I want to be one, but I'm not.
Yeah, apology. Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you want to go like, you know, typical, kind of Nordic, Swedish, etc. accent, you just go like herd, bird, like that.
Gergen, Durgen, Gergen. My character is called Gorgonfloggen.
Morgan.
And he is a very powerful pro-Viking. He has a serpent trophy on his wall. It's just like, it's gross. It's brilliant. Love it.
Anything else?
And you should all play Valheim with me because it's multiplayer.
I haven't played Valheim.
You should
I
with
do-
me.
I do like Vikings, and I'm sure it's better than the last defecation that Ubisoft pooped out with Assassin's
God.
Creed
Oh.
crap. So.
I thought you were going to say the
Excellent,
last time
strong
we did
opinions
something about
there.
Vikings together.
Oh, well, oh yeah.
What was the survival game where you had to poop all the time? Which one was that? I've played too many.
Ark.
Ark?
Ark. Thank you. Yes.
Mm.
I thought you meant that. So
Yeah.
at first I was like, wait, Ubisoft? What?
I remember playing Ark and basically sitting next to a big dinosaur waiting for it to for the timer to pop off for it, and I'm like, hey, it's just like back playing WoW.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Flashbacks to the bad times.
Yeah, which for some people haven't ended. Speaking of which, Tash, it's your up.
Hi, that's me. I play World of Warcraft. I don't stream it though.
No.
I play games like Oxygen Not Included, and I do random crafting streams because that makes me happy. And I have a bunch of cats. That's my intro. So,
And 2 dogs.
and 2 dogs. They don't really appear in here very much because there's nothing for them to eat. So
But they're on her
Um,
Instagram a lot.
they
and
are.
it's
Just
really cool, so you should go
search
follow her on
hashtag
that.
Red dogs.
bread dogs.
Yeah.
And that is because every time I open the bread cupboard, they both magically appear, and then they're suddenly very obedient dogs. They really like bread and biscuits. Anyway, that's a fun fact. I play Subnautica. I'm excited for whenever Below Zero comes out. I would like for that to happen. But yeah, lots of Oxygen Not Included recently because they really need help. The troops really need help.
Yeah.
And we're going to be playing Chris, who has some killing to do today.
Yes. It's gonna be interesting. And finally,
Interesting.
over to Hydra.
Aloha! This week we get to the penultimate session of our first chapter of Warhammer, so and that's the first long-term objective. Either completed or they die, or not, who knows. But
What a
I don't know
coincidence.
yeah.
How did they do
one or the
against
other.
that troll?
I don't know what's going to happen, so tune in because it's going to be more scary. Everyone's been, not everyone, a few people have said I've been taking it easy on them, and I have been because I have a few things that are coming. So
I mean,
we'll see.
even when you're taking it easy on someone in the 40k games and Warhammer, it's so easy to die anyway. It's like you
Yeah.
can, and you'll still...
Fantasy, you get a lot more bells and whistles than the 40k stuff to survive. At least you get like twice as much fate point equivalents. So. But even then, some of them have started to lose some. So we'll see who snuffs it in the, well, Friday. 8:15 p.m. GMT.
Oh yeah.
Also, you get to finally meet Mr. Matt's character in it.
Ooh.
Yep. He's not playing, but it was named and modelled after him.
Cool.
He writes exceedingly long comments.
Yeah,
Really awesome ones.
Really good
Look at
ones,
those.
though. Really good ones.
S tier.
It's whenever any of us need a little ego boost, just go into the comments, search Mr. Matt. Well, who are we kidding? We have galleries of them up in the Discord.
If I
just
need a
like-
recap, like if I need a recap of what happened in an episode, I'm like, Mr. Matt. like,
Seriously?
what episode am I looking for in notes here?
So last episode we had the party, which was a lot of fun, and we got to meet the majority of the faction leaders and their +1s. Oh my god, I don't want to go back through my notes and see who turned up when. So, yes, aside from the Blessed and the Gorban faction, which I think you guys as a coterie know that Gorban is, well, no longer in the city and no longer in charge. But I don't think it's like common knowledge. So you got like a vague rejection. Gorban is busy. Please try again later. When you invited him out to the party, and aside from that, I think everyone came. It was just the Blessed and and Dreg didn't come, but you didn't invite them.
I mean,
so-
I have the names if you want them.
Sure, yeah.
So we had Socrates and guest Nathan
It was
and Leah,
Gopher,
Kale
I
and
think, yeah.
Gopher. I was like, I know it's someone who's just running around. Nathan and Leah, Kale and Savante, Talia and her three.
The
Calig.
cross-twin, triplets. Yeah.
Did Calig? It didn't say that Calig brought anybody. Just as Calig.
You carry on. I'll consult my notes because I'm pretty sure he came with someone.
Okay. Julian Flax, Castor, and I'm spacing on names real bad because of a car alarm that's happening outside.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Castor and Andromeda and Divine did not turn up, so let's delete her. She's not here.
Calig came with Lobo, Lucius Lobo.
Okay, that's in the notes now. But yeah, we didn't have anyone from Dreg that we know of.
Yes.
We didn't get the court's names, but they are here. And then we have some random names for staff members.
Yes, yes. I won't remember those, just FYI, so please don't try and talk to them.
They might have changed shift by now anyway. So.
Yeah, they changed shifts, so it'll be all new names I can come up with. So yes, this this week we are going to be delving into the assault on the Old Guard. We haven't. Okay, so this is really interesting for all of us because we haven't really done combat in VTM in the 41 episodes and like 10 to 17 or so snack shots we've done. There's been a little bit of what I'd call play fighting, a little bit of dueling and whatnot. Max got embarrassed while Josh was playing him, and then shot a tree to prove he was still a man, which is so funny.
He's got the big gun.
So yeah, we will for everyone watching, bear with us if we get a little bit sidetracked on rules and whatnot. Also, I want to say, I think it's been quite a long time since anyone used a discipline even. So,
What's a discipline?
well,
Yeah, what are those?
Oh no, I did bird things.
Oh right,
I've
okay.
done bird things. That's about that's my thing.
I wanted to say, just remember everyone, you do have vampiric powers you can use. It's not just angst and pain and political intrigue. There is also some things you can do.
I don't think anyone here has any discipline. That's what I've been told a lot. We don't.
Yeah, no, we don't.
I'm not even a vampire. Just a normal dude. Be like, these guys are spooky and pale.
So the setup for this, I have like a little map which I can't show the. I mean, I could chuck it on the stream very quickly, but it would be. Let's see if I can. So while I'm doing that, yeah, we don't have a I have a little map for the players to refer to, just so they can keep track of where they are and what they're doing. If I chuck that on, yeah, I'll just sorry, Tess. I'm just putting that over your face for a moment. Oh, I could put it in Vandy's. I'll put it over here a little bit. If anyone wants to look at it for a moment. It's just the last known locations of the members of the Old Guard and the Old Guard locations. So you have the Rookery, which is Alex's area. You have the Rectory, which is the HQ for the Old Guard. You have Chauntry House, which is the it's the hostel where they appear to like take people and then turn them into horrible flesh monsters. And then you have Marlfield House, which is a dentist's, which is actually in the basement there. They have that's where they're making the flesh monsters and all the nasties. So if I feel that the map is needed again, I will turn it on. For those of you who want to, in the chat, want to review it again. But yes, that's the thing. So I think the best place to start out would be with all of you like meeting up, so you can decide where you want to go and who wants to do what in terms of moving out for slaughter. So what we'll do, Alex, we've discussed this before we started the show, but it's easy enough for you to make a kind of like, oh, I'm going to talk business and diplomacy and etc. with one of the leaders of one of the factions, just gonna step away. So for a little bit of the future, for a little while, your presence won't be noticed or missed. Well, it'll be noticed, but it won't be missed. You have a reason why you're off. For the sake of your companions who are possibly coming with you, for Chris, you have Eli. And if you want to call on them, you have a couple of others, Castor, Andromeda, but that's kind of down to you. For Nahari, you have Sheldon is kind of on call if you need him, and Thames R, your brother, it is like with you, so he'll be waiting somewhere nearby. And then for Cassius, I don't know if you've actually decided precisely what you're doing And
Cassius is backup for the rest of them, but he's going to hold back because Tash, you make that face, but obviously Chris is going to need help at some point when she is, too weak and pathetic to do it.
Oh wow!
And dig a hole. But no,
fighting words.
You want to go, Josh?
No, he's back up, but his intention is to be there to provide assistance if it's required, and then once it isn't required, he's going to go in and grab himself a flesh monster. Oh, and before he leaves, he's going to give a note to the Nosferatu that's been following him that is supposed to go to Talia with all the information she needs about Calig.
Okay.
And then he'll immediately forget.
Interesting, okay. Also, sidebar, I did say Alec, but it was Alex's, as in it belongs to Alec. So, yeah, comment section.
Yeah. So quick to judge.
Although I have called him Alex before, so that's also fair.
Who knows? There's so many options.
So, my thought is you can all meet in the office quickly to basically be like, this is what we're gonna do, this is who's doing what, and break. So we'll start off there. All of your companions are on hold for you, basically, so you can grab them when you head out to do whatever the thing is you do. And just as a refresher for everyone, including myself, you have in the Old Guard Siamara, who I think Alec knows her clan.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure aside from Nikita, you know all of their clans. And obviously there's Sasha who is Mouse, but you've dealt with Mouse before, so Siamara is La Sombra. And from last you've seen, and by kind of assumptions as well, is in Marfield House. Then you have Zaza, who is a gangrel, who is last seen in the Chauntry House, or like kind of on guard near it, basically. Then you have Ruben, who is a Bruja, who is in the kind of northern area, patrolling up there probably. And then you have Nikita, who you're not sure what clan they are. And sorry, Nikita's in Marfield House, Siamara's in the Rectory.
All info that I have will be relayed to the group for meta standpoint.
Yeah. This info will have been prepped for you, and you'll know these things. In terms of recon, you have Nahari and the birds, if needed. So you can, if you want, do that. There's also the plan to show someone or multiple someones the Chris sneaking on, that you have that saved and ready to go.
Yep.
And yeah, I think that's everything. So we'll have you you all kind of like wander in one by one as you like leave the party one by one, drop off your various bodyguards, babysitters and minders as you walk in, and go up to the office and kind of sit down ready to have a quick chat about where you're going in a minute.
I see you have disposed of the dead body.
Yeah. It's handled.
Indeed.
Dead body?
We don't
I'll
need to worry
explain
about
later. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I'll explain later, I promise. nothing to. Well, we'll deal with it in the future.
Everyone needs their head in the game.
Yeah, this is too important.
Okay. We are going to return to this, though.
We will.
There will
Right.
be a lot more dead bodies by the time the night is through.
Not for the. Well, maybe for the. Yes, probably, but it'll be for the benefit of.
But I don't
Memoria.
know about, I didn't know about this one. Right, maybe, yeah, head in the game. Okay. Head in the game.
Chris,
I'm meeting Eli soon.
you're meeting Eli. Where are you taking him?
To the old guard territory,
And what are you doing there?
causing a ruckus.
Hey, you should take Sheldon with you.
I thought he was going with you.
He was, but I really don't want him to see me using my abilities. I think it's too big a risk. And I have other backup now.
Who's your other backup, though, now?
My brother sort of showed up. Temsa, he's alive.
The
Hashem, yeah. So he's willing to help.
When did this all happen?
Just a little while ago.
How do
I
I not
think
know
you
any
were-
of this?
Well, you were busy, and it's really good. It's good, honestly. He can help us and help me later, but he'll help us now, and that's huge. He's stronger than me.
If you
So
can
you should
trust
take
him.
Sheldon.
I mean, if you're sure,
I'm sure. I'll be all right.
okay.
Just a thought. If you wanted, you could, seeing as you already have one backup, you could have one with one, and have Sheldon with Cassius as backup, if you like.
Or you could take him, Cassius.
I would love his company, but I feel like it's probably best to put him in the field, make him feel like he's actually of service and not underappreciated. Don't want to put him on the
Fair.
back bench.
And
I
then
will accompany Cassius. I feel there are some works we can do together with birds.
Oh, I like that idea.
okay.
Many,
And you
many
can-
animals. Sorry, exciting.
Don't let him steal your birds.
I will do it. I'm not joking.
We can test their loyalty.
Will they play nice with the foxes, or are you getting rid of the foxes?
Not getting rid of the foxes. They'll play nice. I'll make them. So, Alec, you're leading Reuben, the border patrol, into a trap with Chris.
I can show him something to investigate and provide eyes and ears on any approaching backup, provided you may assist me.
Okay.
Uh,
Meanwhile,
Just a quick sidebar. Alec, you would have brought a couple of birds with you.
What I was thinking is that he was going to ask Cassius to try and call some over.
Okay.
If he, I'm thinking he might have one or two out in the car, but the idea's just come to his head that maybe Cass can just call some over
That's
that are
true.
flying around.
Yeah, that's true. And there were always a few birds of yours out of cages
Yeah.
and just doing reconnaissance. So
I
Oh.
think I'll have one or two caged that are, let's say, pre-programmed with Chris, or the image of Chris.
Yeah.
But for any other surveillance, will probably be through whatever Cass can call over.
well, yeah, the birds you already have up in the air going will be already have reconned, so they might
Yeah.
have some already good information.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also good. And so, may I ask,
mhm.
are we entirely comfortable with being monsters tonight?
No. but flesh monsters seem a bit worse than having an RG.
Yes.
Do what we have to do.
Do you have those you care about here in the town?
Yeah.
If there is any hesitation with severing the head of one of my colleagues, imagine someone you care about in pieces, reattached to another creature several times over. That may help you make your decision.
We have to do what we have to do. He's right. This needs to be taken care of.
Which target are you going for first, Nahari?
Where do you think will be the most use?
Well, I mean, Cyril's here, so who's the next, like, organizer person?
Xiomara?
So, Xiomara?
Where is she?
Chauntry.
Rectory?
It may be
Oh,
easier
yes,
to take out
that
those
one.
on patrol first, as they are floating.
So, who's on patrol currently?
Ruben.
Ruben.
That is one.
Anyone who wants some tactics with brain things. Let's have a look here. I would say either intelligence academics or intelligence leadership would be appropriate.
Let's give it a bash, shall
Where's
we?
my Memoriae speciality count here?
Yeah.
That is a crit, and that is a 5.
Oh damn, I got a 1.
Anything
Chris
in
got
either of those?
2.
Oh, this is a crapshoot. Hey,
Okay.
I like that Chris got second best.
Rerolls are possible, but I don't know whether anyone
save
wants to.
those for later.
I think possibly we're probably just gonna go with Alex. Alex's crit 5. Alec. Xiomara with Cyril not there would be kind of the go-to what do we do? If like they realize something's happening and they manage to kind of get their crap together, they'd go to Xiomara and be like, yo, what's up? What do we do? And then she would organize things. Past that, as far as you know, Nikita, Zaza, and Ruben really aren't particularly tactical or they're muscle to some extent comparatively. You would probably be the tertiary backup in terms of who they'd go to for advice if they found themselves under attack. So taking out Xiomara first up is not a terrible idea. She will be in the rectory, which, you know, is the kind of old house with the etc.
I assume the only way to get there, like to reach her safely, though, will be to find out where the current patrol is. Like that would be around a patrol route, I'd assume, or is it not?
Yes, it's also reasonably close to Nikita and Zaza.
Okay, so would Temsa be able to sneak as well as me?
Well, maybe
Okay.
not quite as well as you, but yeah.
Close. So
Okay.
maybe Chris could go after the patrol, and I could sneak by with my brother and go after.
Xiomara.
Xiomara.
Thank you, Xiomara, my brain.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to be subtle, am I? I'm looking to be a big old distraction. So
Either or.
that'll
If you manage to take out Siamara and the patrol fight goes wrong, then at least their next port of call will be you waiting for them. And if taking out the patrol goes well, but Siamara does not, then, well, at least she has no one to call upon.
The other thing to think about is Marlfield House and Nikita. If for whatever reason it goes into the realm of Siamara's dead and we're under attack, they may just release all the fleshy horrible bastards.
Yeah.
Maybe that should be a focus.
The expectation is whatever approach, there is risk of someone going to someone else and something going wrong, so...
Are we better off going for Nikita first instead of Siamara?
That would secure the most dangerous place. That's your call, though.
Maybe Temsa and I should do that first.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. We can
Yeah.
save the head of the snake till last. Well,
Yeah.
the
And
snake's
take
tail,
her
I guess,
together.
Siamara.
And then they won't be able to release the flesh monsters. That's the biggest threat, right?
Yeah, we don't really want to have to deal with those, right, Cass?
No.
Okay.
So
So
secure the monstrosities alongside patrol.
Yep.
so Chris goes for the patrol.
Mhm.
Make some noise. Temsa and I go for Nikita first. Secure flesh monsters. Let Alec and Cassius know so that they can come take control of the flesh monsters once Nikita's handled. And then go for Siamara with Chris, hopefully.
Okay.
Marvelous. We are the vampiric Sun Tzu.
Let's hope so. Okay.
Indeed.
Who may have been a vampire. There is also Zaza. I don't know, like.
There is Zaza.
Well, it said Chantry patrolling ? So I was
Yeah.
gonna ask Alec to
It
I
might be
relay a
worth.
message.
Yeah, I was gonna say it might be worth you doing your bird recon, and then you'll
Yeah.
get hopefully you'll get a much better perspective of where everything is, and you can
Yes.
kind of plan a bit more accordingly.
Let us leave our fate to the birds, perhaps. Cassius, may I borrow you?
Of course.
May you call upon some birds for me? It will be a long walk to go home.
Yeah. What do you need?
All of them. As much as you can muster. This is important,
Okay.
after all.
Do you want to? Should we do it in the park? Like maybe so
Oh,
that
yes.
a bunch of
Yes.
birds don't descend upon us inside.
I
The
mean,
park
you
sounds-
couldn't do it outside.
Yeah. I'll start walking outside, prepare myself.
Just a whole lot
and,
of birds hitting the windows.
Well, it's like we've got to go that way anyway, right? So
Birdnado.
and then summon the beasts. Oh damn, that's 6. How many
Another
birds
crit.
do you want?
Yeah, you can go mass or you can go specific birds, which you would know, which you can give Cassius like info on.
Okay.
so-
I'd ask him for like an owl and a bunch of scouts as well.
yeah, your patrol birds basically.
Yeah.
Mhm. I
And
summon all patrol birds.
with the crit, Cassius, would you like it to be a little bit more subtle so they move over and land in the area, but don't all like rah! And like just cover you as like a cloak?
Anyone looking up isn't just gonna go, shit, something bad's going on over there. Yeah.
so many
would-
birds.
I would like to be a bit more subtle about how I invite them
Yes.
to the area.
So like it's a subtle call, but it's a strong one.
Mm.
And slowly like an owl flaps down onto a building opposite. One of the lampposts gets gets a crow on it, which croaks, and yeah, they start to not amass, but the ones that were called, the ones that were important, start to pop down. And Alec, if you want, you can just give us a roll, and we won't make you call in individual birds and scan them and etc. So we'll go the one roll fits all.
Righto. So that will be. I just need to try and figure out which one this was. God damn it! Oh, I was looking in the wrong tree. That's why. This is charisma and discipline.
It is, yes.
That is a 4. Ooh. Is it too late to rouse the blood for another one?
I'd say yes. Not just because you guys keep critting and it's made me worry about this session, but
okay.
So yeah, you got a 4. These birds have been active and at it. Reuben is indeed up there patrolling. He's kind of at the top border area, a bit more towards Nathan than towards Kale. So kind of like in that corner bit. Xiomara was last seen going into the rectory. But obviously the birds, unless she's at a window or something, can't really like keep tabs on her. Nikita has been spotted a couple of times, kind of wandering around that south area of the maze, but has not been seen. But it was around Marfield House, so. And then Zaza is literally grumpily standing outside Chauncey House, like outside the door at the moment, so.
Cassius, what is the extent of your influence over these?
For the birds, I can ask them politely what I want them to do.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that is just wonderful. How complex is the command?
As intelligent as the creature is.
What say we send one of these to the patrol? Perhaps with a little squawk and a follow me, suivez-moi toward the edge of the territory, just to amuse one for a few moments.
Yeah?
This is beyond my capabilities, but if we wish to keep... Is this the... Hang on, is this the one where... is there one person on patrol right now or two?
One.
One, okay.
Reuben up north, yeah.
I see. Well, we could lure him somewhere more specific with a squawk.
Instantly, I believe to the left of the rookery is where you had your like on the edge of the territory. There is where you recorded like Chris going in, as it were. So if you send that to like to Zaza and Reuben, they'll head, you know, like the plan is they'll head to that direction, and go to repel Invader.
My only concern as Alec at the moment is if they might let Xiomara know first, or if they would go there immediately. Now, would that be something I would know on there?
Yeah. In the past, they deal with a kindred wandering into their territory, basically by just turning up and being bugger off.
Okay, so, and then they go tell Xiomara afterwards.
Yeah,
that's
it's
the
brought
tradition.
Up later if it's a concern or whatever, or to you even. So
right. So
we'll let Chris get into position to ambush, and then squawk.
Yeah,
absolutely. I have one here I have prepared earlier. Perhaps if you could also assist with some directions, it would at least amuse me to watch you talk.
Yeah, I lean into this bird and I start very quietly making scratchy cawing sounds. Like Pingu.
Right. Well, while this is quite fun for me, can I go meet Eli and Sheldon? Like, how are we feeling with
Yep.
the plan?
Think
Good.
it's-
I think it's workable.
Marvelous.
Great. Oh, and then meet back here, and then we'll have a dance. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll definitely need some chill time after all this.
Well, then we have to deal with Cyril, right? So
Yes. I'm immensely curious. How does he feel about the abilities I use? Pointing to the bird.
I asked the bird, "How are you feeling? How do you feel about that, dude?"
You get a sense of like satisfied hunger mixed with chill contentment. It's not like happiness. It's just like
It's just like a good keeper kind of thing.
it's like one of the animals in the Flintstones. It's a living.
Womp womp. Yeah, I relay that. You're keeping them happy at the very least, contented.
I see. Well, as long as that is the case, otherwise we shall have to renegotiate their pay. Still, happy workers are productive. Let us to mayhem. Does Alec notice a hesitancy with Chris?
Probably be wits insight.
Hmm.
And Chris, that would be composure. Composure subterfuge would be, how much you're managing to keep in.
oh,
No. No. Chris seems pretty chill, the same as everyone else's. At least as far as you can tell. Anyone who rolls better
Super.
might see differently because no one rolls well there.
Marvelous.
Can I tell if she's stressed?
Wits insight.
it's all becoming a little bit real now, rather than the planning. Just Nahari.
you probably notice she's a little bit shifty and a little bit keyed up. Not necessarily nervous though.
I'll just kind of sidle over to her and just put one hand on her arm and say, I'm nervous too, but this has to be done.
Yeah, I just feel okay. It's a bit different, isn't it? Just the headless thing.
It is. But you are so capable. You can do what needs to be done.
Okay.
And all of us are with you.
Okay. It'll be fine. It'll be good. And then there'll be no flesh monsters apart from one. And then
We'll
It'll be
deal
good.
with the rest.
And Cassius, based on your insight roll and the fact that you're currently in bird mode, Chris looks alert and like she needs some seeds. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So does everyone want to head off to their assigned groups, murder groups we might call them,
Yeah.
assault teams, or observance teams as they might be, depending on who's who. Chris, you head off, and do you want? Are you wanting to take Sheldon and Eli with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna mess some stuff up.
In that case, Sheldon would have been with you and Eli when you left. You kind of grabbed him and
Grab him from the party, like, let's go.
Nahari, you're linking up with Temsa R, and you're just to refresh, just so I make sure and we keep everyone on where they're going. You're heading to Ciamara to take her
No.
out.
Nikita first.
You're heading to Nikita to Marfield House.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's where the flesh monsters are, right?
Yeah.
But we don't want those loose. So we're gonna handle him first. And then hopefully we can meet Chris at Ciamara.
Okay. So it's kind of Chris and Eli and Sheldon are gonna deal with Zaza Ruben
Hmm.
if they
And then move on to
if they-
Ciamara.
Yeah, they go to, and then you're going after Nikita, and then you convene at Ziamara. Okay.
Yeah.
Alec, I'm assuming. Well, you and Cassius are going to be outside territory or on like edge of territory, and you want to send birds with the implanted image of Chris sneaking in the spot to both Zaza and Ruben, whose positions you do have.
I also want to make a small wager with Cassius because he mentioned having foxes.
Okay.
Cassius, you mentioned having some particularly cunning creatures at your disposal.
Yes.
What say ye to a wager?
Well, it's going to be a dangerous night no matter what. If I'm going to lose something, it might. What do you propose?
Well, let us see if the birds or the creatures of the night can discover some illuminating information.
Yeah.
Whichever
okay.
comes back first, a small favor. An errand.
Yes.
Marvelous.
Let's
It
do
shall
it.
at least keep us amused while we wait to hear from our messengers.
Brilliant. I make sure that the foxes come to me, receive their orders, and then like send them off to explore.
Okay.
And to assist and make this a fair wager, I will show the foxes what they look like, if I may.
Yeah.
Just so the fox kind of knows who they're looking for.
Okay. I think we'll go with Charisma Animal Ken for you both. Then.
Do I get +1 for the dog bonus? foxes?
Yes. And you would get +1, Alec, for the
Oh,
burbs.
Oh,
Damn. Different dice pools.
yep.
Okay.
it's like Cassius's one good thing.
Oh.
But it is though, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's fair. That's fair. So there we go. Yeah. Cassius and Alec, if there's anything else you'd like to discuss while the others are kind of going and getting themselves in place.
I don't think so.
What are your plans for this part of town, Cassius? It looks dreary.
The party, what?
No, this part of town.
This part of town? Well, I'll start by making sure that the people that live in it aren't scared shitless.
Or turned into monsters. That is a good start.
I was kind of expecting you to have plans for it, to be honest.
Oh, yes, of course. We will sit and discuss much. I feel that there is much that could be done to help the community here. Subtle
agree.
ways, of course. But we would not want to rule over a graveyard nor a pile of sticks.
Tess wouldn't be best pleased about that.
No. Blessed be sticks and stones.
And Alec will just continue to talk about minor things. He's sort of, I think that shop would be a bit nicer over there, and minor trivial little things about the area that just sort of strike him as odd.
I believe you did discuss this a while back, like yourself, Alec, with the coterie. And the idea was going to be similar to Sheldon, in a way, where like you would take the territory and be part of Memoria, but not subservient to
Yeah, sorry, I didn't make clear. In references we're on the border, I would have been referencing like his side of the street.
Right.
Referring to sort of Memoria's patch.
Okay. In that case, Chris, you walk up. Sheldon is like leaning against a lamppost, and Eli's just kind of crouched down, like drawing in the pavement with a finger.
Okay, guys. We're totally ready. It's all hashed out. How are you feeling? Good?
Yes, I am ready to proceed. And I believe our friend here is also.
He's a bit quiet. It's fine. Great. So we're gonna go to. We've got a plan, and we're gonna go do an ambush with birds. They're gonna say that we're in a certain spot, right? But if we go like further than that and prepare, and then we can jump out behind them, and then to get back into their own territory, they have to go through us. Okay, I think that's a great plan.
Of course. What are the rules of engagement? Are we looking to kill? Are we looking to capture? What is... Are we going to immediately ambush them, or are we going to confront them and look to delay them?
Well, we are a distraction in the first, while the head of the group is removed. So we can confront them first and cause a little bit of ruckus. But obviously if they go for you, you sort it out. Like, you defend yourself. Okay. And I've been told that none of them will be turned. And even if they say they are, that they aren't really. So oh no, it hurts me. It's hard as Chris to do this. So yeah, finish it if it needs to be finished. Okay?
Eli's like tracing, stops for a second, and he looks up at you and says, "Kill."
Yeah, basically.
And then like gets up and like pats down his front. Very well. I believe we are prepared enough.
Okay.
And I must say, from my own knowledge and experience, it is a good idea not to trust or try to capture or turn on to our side any of these people.
Yeah. I mean, I just know from Alec personally, what has, his experiences with them, and he'll know better about them than I do. But I'm glad that you agree. That's
very well. We will cover your back until it is time to fight.
okay. Let's go kill some folk.
Very well. and you all head off towards your designated location. Do you want to walk actually into the territory and a bit past, like you said? In that case, just for the sake of, like, not setting up an ambush, but, you know, hoping that they're going to pass by you before they see you, please roll me a stealth. Dexterity stealth.
Do. Things I have some points in.
Let's have a look here.
Got a 3 for those of you just listening. Holy guacamole, Sheldon. Sorry, Sheepy.
Oof.
Yay.
I'm feeling a little attacked by chat right now. Chris will mess things up. Say it, Chris. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna probably just set up and be ready for the message to be sent, I guess. Okay. Oh, wait.
You set up in an alleyway, like a little into the territory. And what I'll say is, you guys have like a designated go time, which let's say is about 10 minutes or 20 minutes from when you set off, so you can kind of set up ready to go.
Yeah, we had a time like which was originally 1 a.m. For us all to attack at the same time and it be nice and simultaneous.
So the only other question is, because Nahari's doing an infiltrate, Nahari, are you I'm gonna ask this before you kind of head into link up with Temsa R. Is your plan, and you can decide this as a group as well if you want to refer to them, is your plan to wait until the distraction, like the go time, and then infiltrate, or do you want to infiltrate pre-distraction?
I think it depends on whether or not we think once the distraction starts, if they can immediately let Nikita know. Like, they have cell phones? They don't like cell phones, so they're probably...
They don't like cell phones, so...
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's up to you guys, but I feel like we could wait until the distraction starts, just in case, so that me and Temsa can sneak in more effectively, and then just take out Nikita.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. Okay.
Okay. In that case, you leave the group and kind of down a couple of alleyways, you find just kind of lurking in the shadows, Temsar's there waiting for you.
Thank you so much for helping tonight. In general, I'm so glad you're all right.
It's okay. As I said, I had a little time before I had to go, and it has been a while since I have been on a mission. We have been rebuilding and keeping our head down, so...
I'm just so glad you're alive. I thought I'd lost all of you. All right, let's do this thing.
that timing is fantastic.
Oopsie.
I assume we lost. Let's give Tash a moment to reconvene. Hey guys, I'm down here for a second.
Tiny break.
And Tessichka will be playing the part of Tashnar for a moment.
Everything is fine. Chris is just extra awkward tonight. There she goes.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay, now I just need to rearrange.
Sorry. I don't know what just happened.
But I'm Nahari.
No, and we
Technology.
need those
Ooh.
two around.
That was. It didn't even tell me that it was off.
Cassius. No.
It's all fixed.
It takes a second. It's kind of Tetrisy.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, it is all fixed, right?
It's good now.
Yeah. Okay.
No, wait. Yes, it is.
Sorry.
So you and Temsa are moving to position as well. A little bit of time passes. It's probably tense for Chris and for Nahari a little bit. However, your companions don't seem that tense comparatively. And then it is time to send out the burbs.
I do so.
Okay. And they basically have the message to send the image of someone Chris, that was recorded earlier, to give to Zaza and Ruben, and those are sent out. And Nahari, you are up for that's the given time. Do you want to go off at the given time, or do you want to give it a few minutes, or?
I want to give it just a few minutes to know that the distraction has started.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't trust my powers right now entirely. But I'm like activating all of them, and Temsa is as well, I'm assuming. To just go full stealth. And as soon as we think they're distracted enough for us to pass, we'll head straight for Nikita.
Okay. So in that case, I believe we already did a roll for Alec. For the bird. The thing.
Yeah, I think end of last session.
Yeah.
Or did? Oh, I don't...
No, we did a like when you.
Oh, yep.
When you took the thing, that's the thing we really needed to.
Yep.
To roll for, so probably like a few minutes pass, and then Nahari, you move in with Temsa R. So give me a. Dexterity stealth, and I just need to check just to see what else needs to be done here. You may need to roll a couple more. Of course. So cloak is okay, so you get 2 dice bonus to stealth rolls. That's with the Shadow Cloak Oblivion.
Okay. So how do I do that? What do I do?
Roll 2 more d10.
Oh.
Although you've done quite well already. Okay, so that's is that a crit? It's not a crit. So that's 6 successes.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure that you don't have anything else here that would. You have Silence of Death and Unseen Passage. I'm assuming you're not turning on Unseen Passage, because that basically just, it's a rouse check, but it also just makes you invisible, so you wouldn't need to do the roll really.
Actually, well, can Temsaw do it too?
I believe he can.
How long does that last?
It lasts. It would last till you do an action that would break it. So, you know, anything too overt or.
Yeah. I mean, I see no reason not to use it in that case.
Okay.
Because I'm at 0 hunger.
You are at 0 hunger.
So-
Lucky you, not so lucky.
Yeah. So that happened. I will. So I have to rouse for this, though, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will do that.
You stay at 0 hunger.
All right then. I'm extra sneaky tonight.
Okay, let's go. So while Sheepy is organizing a couple of his dominoes, Alec and Cassius, feel free to vamp for me a little bit, as it were.
Arr.
I don't know if there's anything you guys need to discuss or want to touch on.
There is an old man who lives in the shop over there. He's particularly rude.
What did he sell?
Too much.
Too much, too expensive?
Yes, mostly overpriced.
Did you do anything about it?
Not yet. I'm going to buy his shop soon.
We operate in the city in very different ways.
Yes. How do you influence?
People's hearts and minds.
I'm
They're
very
harder to get a
poetic.
hold of, but they're easier to keep.
I hope metaphorically,
Of course,
unless you also dabble in the arts.
I do not. I've read about them. They seem dangerous and the results
Bloody.
bloody. Too little, too much faff for what you get.
I can certainly see the point of view. It is fascinating, though. Still, perhaps before the end of the evening, I may have opportunity to show you a magic trick.
I'd like that.
I may be a little rusty, but I'm sure I can rustle up something. For a drop of blood,
Well,
I
it
am willing
ain't
to
gonna be
entertain.
mine.
Still,
I've got to be protective of my blood. But I was wondering, where did you learn this art of yours?
through someone willing to teach.
A mentor? A friend? An enemy?
Perhaps all three, depending on your perspective.
Well, I'm
A
asking
good teacher, though.
me. Out of all the answers I thought I'd never give, I don't think I've got time for that.
After today, there will be much.
I'm going to be busy. I don't want to say it, but I might have to see about my place in Memoria.
Oh dear. I would dare say that sounds suspiciously vague. I assume that was your intention. One
I
either
don't think they need me
wishes to.
anymore.
And why would that be?
Chris isn't always the most confident, but she has strength. She has people to rely on, and well, she's the most morally capable of all of us. And that'll keep her head on her shoulders for a very long time.
Or perhaps get her killed.
I wouldn't want to see the person who tries it, though.
true? I'll take your word for
Yes.
that.
She's got a business. She's got a business partner. And she's smarter than me in every way but her interest in reading books. And Nahari, well, she's got a lot of problems, but she's got those two to help them sort out. I think the city might need me more than they do.
I see. So will you go your own way and yet stay?
We'll see.
Well, we'll see indeed, but do not underestimate yourself.
Yeah, if something goes wrong, I'm not fast, but I am going to sprint into the maze.
I don't know where that is, but I will accompany if need be or sprint elsewhere.
I guess it technically counts as Flintbridge. I don't know where the edge of the maze is. I think that's probably the point.
Cryptic, but I enjoy.
I assume I'll be needed at Marfield House at some point.
Most likely, even if for just dramatic effect.
Yeah.
Do remember you have your animals, Cassius. It's just a question of what you can do with them.
I hope they come back soon.
Oh, they will.
Sorry, I needed to track down something on the Banu Hakim. There we go. So, I think we will start with Chris, because I'm not sure how quickly that's going to turn into a fight.
Relatively quickly, I suspect.
So, Chris, a little bit of time goes by, and then you hear footsteps. As someone kind of walks past the area you're in, but doesn't appear to notice you, as far as you can tell.
Good, that's the plan. Is it just one of them so far?
Yes. And if you don't do anything, then within about 5 minutes, you hear another kind of like, it's coming from a different direction, kind of ends up in the same place, and then I don't think any of you have heightened senses, so like low mumbling would be what you would hear, unless you want to try and sneak closer.
Well, we're not trying to be sneaky. We knew the message was going to 2, so Chris is just going to step out now.
Okay.
Walk up to them like it's no big deal to be in their territory from behind them. It's like, surprise, bitches.
Okay. Yeah, Sheldon and Eli step out with you as you go, kind of one on each shoulder. And you walk up. As you walk up, you see a, where are they? You see a, like reasonably short, girl with, like, kind of wild, bunchy red hair. That's all in, like, clumps and all over the place. As she spins around along with a guy in like a fairly manky hoodie, jeans, who also like spins round to look at you, and he will say, "What's going on? Wait.
Wait? What?
You're the... Yeah, alright, you need to get back on your side of the territory."
No, don't think I will, actually.
And he, like, looks over at Zaza. "Well, if you're not willing to go on your own accord, then we're going to have to make you leave. I'm afraid this is old guard territory.
I'd like to see you try and make me leave.
1 second.
Oh no. Chris is somewhat antagonistic, if you guys haven't noticed when she's fighting.
Yeah, huh? Oh, no, sorry, that's Eli. That was me being dumb. Ignore that. Eli tried to figure out what was going on. He's not sure.
He's not sure. He's like, this isn't the plan. I thought we were just killing them.
There we go.
Oh. Wow.
Who are those other two with you?
These are my friends, and yeah, we're expanding our territory a bit. Why not? What are you gonna do about it? Haven't really heard that you guys make much of a fuss about people wandering in and out of territory, so I'm not worried.
And then Ruben like looks over to Zaza and is like, "Alright, how do you want to do this?" To you.
Oh, to me? Well, I was thinking I was gonna go for a nice little jaunt further into the maze. That's my plan for the day.
No, I meant more. We're gonna have to have a fight now. How do you want to do this? Are we going all for all, or are we just going one-on-one?
So now for Chris, it's like, oh, she doesn't want to look like she's delegating all the fighting to the other two, but she also wants to utilize them if not. Yeah, but I won't be able to tell anything from the way they're just chilling out standing, right?
Yeah, you might be able to get some, like, even how tense or
Just
how...
want to like size them up a little bit, yeah. See.
Give them a quick...
Depends on how cocky she's gonna be. If she thinks she can win on her or not.
Yeah.
So wits insight with bonus?
Wits insight with your bonus.
Four. But I will re-roll 3 actually.
Okay.
Because I got 1 more success anyway.
Okay, so that's 5 total.
Yeah.
Eli seems fairly confident even with the 3 of you, but not like you know, if there'd have been 2 of you or 1 of you, it probably would have been a bit more. He probably, like, you feel like he probably would have jumped into the fight. With the numerical advantage you have, he's a bit more cautious, so he's not just some idiot who'll jump into any fight. Zaza seems to be deferring to him in terms
Oh,
of...
you mean Ruben? Sorry, you said Eli.
Oh, sorry, Ruben. Yeah.
Yep.
So I've got a lot of sheets open, and
Yeah, no, I understand. I was just like, okay.
sometimes I just
Interesting,
say the
Eli.
name
Didn't
that I
expect
looked
that
at
take.
last. So yeah, Ruben is
Wary of 3.
wary of 3. Zaza seems a bit more ready to go, and you know, kind of not. She's a little bit tensed and she's a little bit crouched over, kind of ready to spring into it, but she's also checking on Ruben like every couple of seconds just to wait for the go, as it were. So she's, from what you can tell, she's a bit less cautious and a bit more full bore. But maybe a bit less tactical or yeah.
She's ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't think Alec told us really that they think we're like kittens or softly. So so we're gonna go as Chris now. And I mean, if you don't think you can handle 2 against 3, then I understand. Ruben would be, but that's too bad because that's how it's going. Chris really wants them to throw the first punch. It's like, ugh, and then it's fine. So, Are you going to do anything about it, Ruben, or are you just going to stand here talking all day? Act like a baby.
Well,
In your own territory. It's not a good look, buddy.
all right. Give me a manipulation. Is it? I'd put it in persuasion.
Fight and talk.
I'd put it in persuasion there, just purely because you're trying to, like, it's not.
Oh, but I don't have points.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I could maybe make it streetwise in the sense of you're trying to start, like, you know, it's. So yeah, you know what? If you would like streetwise instead, I will accept that. Be slightly different in terms of, you know.
I only got 1. Okay, fine.
I mean, now that we found you, we don't really have to worry about it, so we're not in a hurry. How about you?
No, I think I'm gonna have a nice little walk around, actually. And Chris is just gonna, like, turn around like it's no big deal and just start walking further into the space, see what they do. So they're not even worth it now. I don't know.
Please roll me a...
So...
a wits awareness.
Yeah, she's, like, paying attention, but it's,
Yeah.
it's meant to be antagonistic, so... 2.
2, okay.
I'm gonna... how many dice do I have? I'm gonna... Can I reroll a couple, or...?
Sure.
I always keep pressing 2d10 instead of 3d10. I only got 1 more success, so
Okay.
I got 3.
So you don't notice until he's right in front of you, but Ruben appears right in front of you as you're walking that way and says, "How about no?"
How about yes? And tries to get around. No one's touched anyone yet. No one's instigated it.
Well, you say that, but Eli melts into the floor.
Like earth melts into the floor? That motherfucker, is he having a timeout? I'm so mad. Eli melts or Ruben?
Eli slowly slips into the floor. And Sheldon, like, turns around as Zaza comes up behind you. I
Okay.
don't feel like we are going to get much further without instigating something.
Fine. Didn't want to be the first to throw the punch, but I guess I will. Yeah, and I guess Chris is gonna swing for him. Now?
Yeah? You gonna attack
Ye-
first?
Sure.
Okay, damn, attacking first.
It's like he's
Cool.
getting in my way.
So,
Needs to happen eventually. Not playing ball.
as we're moving over to Nahari, could, Alec and Cassius cover me for while I pee quickly?
So, do tell me more about your plans, Cassius.
You know, I've never been a fan of the blessed.
Yes.
I stand against everything they exist to perpetuate. So when we dealt with the old guard, I feel like that's priority number one, aside from keeping Memoria safe.
I see. What is it that you stand for?
I think
Or what do you hate about them, if that is easier, and I will infer your admirable qualities.
Well, I stand against the way they disingenuously draw people in just because they can provide something that meets their base needs. Not that I'm against people meeting their best needs. Everyone's got to eat. But they take more than they give.
Absolutely. To rule is to serve.
From each according to their abilities, to each according to their needs. I can do quite a lot. And I don't tend to ask for what I need, but I'm working on it.
I see. Well, assuming we remain dead after this evening, or undead, as the case may be, I would be very excited to accompany you in another adventure.
I'd love to have you along.
I'm sure I
We're
can
gonna have to talk
contribute.
about your plans.
Oh, so many. I'm throwing a party soon. I've not decided who to invite yet, but not just dead. Political party.
Is it going to be as dangerous as the party that we're throwing tonight?
Only if you don't like canapes.
I haven't taken the time or energy to eat anything in a couple of years, so
The undead can be excused, of course. But for those living,
Tess seems to put some sort of stock in your taste, so I'll give it a go.
they are exquisite, or so I remember. In truth, I haven't a clue what they taste like anymore.
One of the many curses that we bear.
True, we carry our cross, but we can also hit people with it rather hard.
You know, I really, really hope that your old best friend tries something. I haven't gotten to flex anything in a very long time.
Old best friend, sorry.
Cyril,
Oh, right, of course. Yes, how do we plan to go about this? A simple beheading or a unveiling of the truth?
unveil the truth. Have him on his knees. Make sure everyone in the room knows exactly what we're doing and why. Then he, and preferably the monster we bring with us, will lose their heads.
I see. I would perhaps not permit too much of a monologue, lest myself become incriminated.
No, you're going to have to step up pretty quick smart. Otherwise, people will think you're on the wrong side of this.
Perhaps silencing followed by accusations followed by... Perhaps start with a staking. It leaves him susceptible to our charms and accusations.
starting with the violence seems like a good way to save your neck, but not a good way to ingratiate people to our cause. I'll think about it.
True. I appreciate the need for some drama, and it would not be right to not let him provide rebuttal. He shall have his last words.
We like to pretend that we're more civil than them at the very least.
Oh, some of us pretend rather well. I look forward to doing this again.
Me too.
The danger is exhilarating. Perhaps next time we go into the territory.
There's no point in being a mastermind if you have to do it yourself.
Are you not tempted to go for a walk now? Allow us to get into some trouble.
I just kind of fold my arms and lean on a wall.
I am itching, but I shall obey.
I shall cross my arms too, but
Okay.
not lean on a wall because I'm wearing a suit.
When you ask your players to vamp and they enjoy themselves too much. So Nahari. Also, sidebar, I'm pretty sure I asked Alec and Nahari to vamp before I ran off. No? Okay, good. I was worrying about that the entire way. I was like, they're not together.
I
They
don't
can't- they
think
can't.
so.
Alec and Cass are together.
Yeah.
I'm with Temsa.
Yeah, that's why it like shook my brain because I was like, that doesn't work. But I'm sure they'll figure it out.
No, you did good.
So Nahari, with those stealth rolls, yeah, you're doing well. You're kind of like mostly going over rooftops. I would say probably Temsa R's taking the lead, just because if he was following you, he wouldn't be able to because he can't see you. So you kind of get to the area, like just a roof over from Marlfield House, and kind of stop there to assess the situation. It seems to be like closed down. It doesn't seem to be like, you know, shuttered down and completely locked up. There's still a light or two in a couple of rooms in the place, but it's obviously not open for business as the dentist it claims to be.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hunker down on this rooftop and just kind of lurk over the edge and look at Temsa and be like, I don't know if you've ever encountered this before, but they've made monsters out of flesh and they plan to unleash them on this city. And if you want to take it back, if I want to continue to be here and continue to fight the blessed here, we need to take them out. We need to take out this person, Nikita, who has control of them, first and foremost.
So what is your plan?
I think we should sneak in and just kill him.
Okay.
I can do it with knives. Maybe sneak up behind him. I want to use this power that I have, but I don't trust it. I don't know it enough. So sneaking and knives and powers as last resort, and you as backup.
I will back you up. I want to see what you can do. It has been a while. We have had you being an infiltrator for too long.
I've never used this power among friends before. It did something without my intention at that party. My only concern, honestly, is can it hurt one of you? Can it hurt one of us? Or is it just something that feeds off enemies or other humans? I mean, that's bad enough, but I want to make sure. I would never want to hurt you or them.
He he draws out this long kind of blade, which is like wavy on both sides, like ending in a point. Kind of looks like a Chris, and then runs it down along his palm. As he does, the blood like seeps out a little bit and seems to like get absorbed by the blade. And these like little runes and insignia along the blade like light up very slightly, kind of a little like dark red glow. And then he says, weapons are meant to hurt people. There's never a safe way to use them.
I don't want to hurt anyone I care about. I want to hurt the people that deserve hurting. I want to be able to aim this weapon towards our enemies.
Then you must either learn or you must control. Either way. If you do not use it, then you cannot use it for anything.
All right. I trust you. Let's do this.
You lead.
So, we're on a rooftop, right?
Yeah.
Do we see a way into the building?
Yeah, there's a front door, couple of windows.
Maybe if we can get to a window, super sneaky like.
Yeah. I'll go off the stealth rolls you've already had. So if you want to check the windows and doors, you can.
Okay. So if there's an open window, even up high, because we're on a rooftop, so we could probably get to the.
It's over the street, so.
Okay. If there's a window anywhere that's open, I'd like to sneak in through that.
None open, unfortunately.
Okay. But we're still unseen, like basically invisible.
With the stealth rolls, yes. Once you started talking, your pass unseen, pass without trace. What's it called? Yeah, your stealthy obfuscate power is like come down, so you'd have to activate it again, and then. But going by your dex rolls, your stealth rolls, you're pretty decently stealthy.
So we have to go in through the front door.
If you check the door, like, because you've already checked the window so far. Do you want to check the door too?
Sure.
It is open.
Oh, okay.
Or like unlocked at least. It's not open. But...
Okay. So.
And you do have your silence of death, so you can open the door without like making noise, as it were.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll just kind of. We have everything hiding us. Shadows are hiding us.
Yeah.
Our abilities are hiding us. And we're just kind of vampirically jetting across the street to the front door. It's the front door, but we're as stealth as we can be.
Yeah.
And we just kind of nudge it open.
Okay. And you want to go in?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me a wits awareness, please. You... The only thing you hear is light singing from another room. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
I look at Temsa'a, who's behind me, and I reach out a hand for him and just kind of touch his arm and put like a light pressure.
Yeah.
So that he follows me.
Okay.
And I continue on towards where the singing is.
Okay, so you keep going down the hallway. There's a door open on the right. You can just kind of like peek in across. There appears to be someone sitting there at a desk, like scribbling with like a low lamp on, scribbling in some papers.
So I'm gonna pull one of the knives from my hidden thigh holster. I'm just gonna pull a knife and try to sneak up behind him because I'm unseen and quiet, right?
Yes. Roll me your dexterity and stealth, and if you want to use your shadow cloak, or if you want to activate your obfuscate, either or both, you can. The rouse check for the like unseen passage, and it's free to use the shadow cloak, but for this instance I will want to know if you've got it running, as it were.
Yeah, I do. So what do I do? Do I add a modifier or?
For the shadow cloak, it would be +2 dice to your dexterity stealth.
Okay.
Okay. You can re-roll 3 if you'd like. Okay. Don't forget to mark off your willpower. Okay, that's 7 successes. Let's just see how this person does against that. Oh! All successes. Doesn't matter. So you sneak up behind Nikita, and as you get closer and closer, you raise the dagger. And how do you kill Nikita? If you indeed do kill Nikita.
Okay, so I literally just like there's shadows around me, and I shadow stalk right behind him. He doesn't see me because cool vampy powers, and there's shadows and it's dark, and he's super engrossed in whatever he's doing. And I have this knife, and I, like, as I get behind him, I put it in front of his throat, and I just slice.
And yeah.
I slice so hard that it forms that line, and he's like still singing and not quite aware of what's happening, and then his head just lolls back and falls off.
Just rolls off.
Yeah.
And then from behind you, you hear, okay, is that all the job done?
I don't know. There are flesh monsters here. We want to kill them if we can, but save one. And their leader, Tamara, their strategist, is at the rectory. We want to make sure we save one, but incapacitate it and kill the other flesh monsters here. I don't even know where they are in this building. Shall we explore for a minute?
There is a door over there. I can hear them.
Have you ever seen this before? Flesh monsters?
Sorry. I wasn't expecting him to do so well on the wits awareness. it's like you're out for a training day with your sensei, and you're like I can't see the secret hidden thing, and he's like staring directly at it, just like
He's OP.
a little bit.
I know that though.
We have occasionally come into conflict with the Sabbat before, but for the most part we have not had to deal out justice to them. They are a secondary concern to us, aside from when we deal with the Camarilla.
This city is worth saving. The people here, there are enough unjust entities that we can fight against, we can take out, like the Blessed, but also just beings. This group, this coterie that I've found shelter with, I want them to continue to exist. I feel like they would understand and largely align with our cause. And they sheltered me when I thought you were gone. Taking out these flesh monsters only helps the city continue. So I want to save one just because it helps one of the coterie members, but I want to kill the rest so they can't be used against any of us, against you, against me, against Memorie. I know fire hurts them. I don't want to fight them, but how do we save one but kill the others? Do you have any ideas?
You would have to perhaps it is best if you first look at them and see what we have end up dealing with, and then we can go from there.
Let's sneak in.
We'll go off the dex and stealth rolls previously done, but I will. I'll just go for this one. Why not? It's a general roll to see how aware they are, which is I don't have a thing for them. I think it's 4 dice. So they did really well, but it doesn't really matter. So you kind of sneak up to this door, which is quite heavy looking. It doesn't look out of place particularly, but when you get to it, you realize instead of the wood that the other ones are, it's actually metal. And it is locked.
This door. Do I have I have lock picking abilities, don't I?
You do.
Let me try to get in.
Let me double check to see how.
Is that larceny or streetwise? I have no idea.
That would be dexterity larceny.
Oh, okay.
You can reroll if you want. 1 dice would be the reroll. Before you do, I will say I'm giving you it as a possibility in case you want to. You do have willpower as a rerolls are a finite resource, and you might be fighting more. So just whether you want to or not.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, then I won't reroll this because we still have to fight Samara.
Okay. It takes a bit of time, and you think you're making progress, but it just that something in there you're not familiar with, and it just doesn't quite work. And then you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you look around, and there's Temsa R is holding out a key for you.
Where did you find that?
If a door is locked, then the guard would have the key.
Brilliant.
I just picked it off his body.
Simple. I should have thought of that. Thank you. I take the key and put it in the door and turn it.
It was a good attempt, but you need to work more on your breaking and entering skills.
I do. You're right.
You should pay less attention to having fun with your friends and work on your training.
Right.
As long as you know. Okay. Okay, Dad. Jesus.
I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
I thought he was dead, so I'm just. Yes,
You're
Daddy.
like kind of like kick a can like but then you're also like, this is still nice.
Yeah. Like I'm kind of like, but I'm too happy he's here with me. I'm too freaked out still from killing that girl by accident.
The door opens and there's like a set of bars, like almost like jail bars behind the door, but you can see enough. Give me a wits awareness. Nope, didn't do as well that time. Okay. Both you and Temsar pretty much get the same thing. You see like in kind of dim, maybe torchlight or something, just like something kind of shuffling a bit past the door. Looks kind of like strange and kind of hunched over, and you hear like little kind of groan, moan type things. You also hear something like kind of more like a thump, like a big footstep, and some like gurgling kind of like the one you see kind of like shamble past appears to have like you see the shine of metal to some degree, like maybe a weapon or something, and you can hear probably between the both of you and the successes you got, you can hear like something large and maybe 3 or 4 kind of shuffly types in there.
There may be many of them here. I don't know how to save one but kill the others. If we could start a fire. Fire is awful for us, but it takes care of things. But we have to let one out? Maybe? Or get one out? Do you have any ideas?
They appear to be wandering free down there in the basement. So, if you want one, you must defeat the others.
Do you think we can kill them?
I think if we set a fire, it would kill them.
Do you think we should... Well, do you think there are any other vampire controllers here of these? Because if there are not, we can continue to their leader and leave these for Cassius, my friend. This person that runs in the coterie that's helped me. Maybe he can control them. Or at least control one of them and kill the others. that wasn't really our job. I mean, if there's no one here that can set them loose, we might be done here. It might be time for us to move on to the next leader.
What was your job?
Prevent them from getting out into the city, basically. That's the main part of it. The Order controlled these flesh monsters. They created them. This person, Nikita, that I killed, he was the one controlling these flesh monsters. But he has a leader, Samara, who's in another building. But if there's no one else here, out of character, do I have a bird? Can I signal them? No. Do I have my phone?
You probably would have your phone, yes?
Maybe I can message him. I'll just message him with my phone. I haven't broken it yet. I've been doing that with all of the shadow powers, but I haven't broken this one yet. Let me message him. I'll tell him that there are flesh monsters here and it's his job to handle them. And we'll head for the leader. We can take her out like we did this one.
If that is what you want to do.
Let's do that. And I pull out my phone and message Cass.
It is still working, currently.
It's been silent. It's been on silent.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you haven't broken it.
Yeah, for now. I message him. I just say, vampire handler of flesh monsters dealt with. You're free to take your one and kill the others. Heading for leader.
Do you want to make mention that they're not caged precisely? Like they're wandering the basement when, you know.
Yeah. They're
might be difficult.
Yeah.
You'll see when you get there. And
yeah,
you can leave the key somewhere and message
Yeah.
him that as well.
Yeah. I'll hide it somewhere, like maybe there's a car outside and I'll just hide it in the wheel well or something.
Okay, yeah. There's cars parked outside. You can just hide it on the wheel.
Yeah.
And, like send like red car or something like that.
Yeah.
I was considering letting you wander off with the key, but your brother wouldn't allow that, so I expedited that situation. Cass gets there, he's like, this is a locked door. Okay.
They're locked in, but if they leave this basement, they're free. So don't let them out. Take your one, kill the others. If you need help, message me or send a bird. I don't know how long this phone will continue working. It may die by the time we get to Zamara or during.
Thank you. Good luck.
I just send him like a thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, I turn to Alex and like, would you like to go and see some flesh monsters?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Wow.
It's not me this time.
The happiness in Josh's voice when he gets to tell someone else that.
I was miming. I was never even talking.
Absolutely. I feel it's time we stretch our legs.
Okay.
Off to see the abominations.
You both head off to Brain.
Does Alec have any knowledge about, has he ever conversed with anyone about how these work or how, like, the loyalty of a flesh monster?
Not too much. You probably had a little bit of conversation with Siamara and Cyril.
Yeah. But nothing of like, I control them because I made them, or I control them because I give them orders and I...
You know that Cyril's the one who has them under control.
Right. So would my intuition be that there's like a personal connection between them? Maybe.
Yeah, to some degree, sure, yeah.
Okay, but I'm not confident of whatever I know.
No, it's one of those things where it's like you don't need to know, so we haven't, like.
Yeah, sure. And I haven't asked directly, like, how do you do things with them? Fair enough.
They've alluded to the fact that Cyril's the one who's made and controls them.
Okay. This is when you need like a Samitsi helpline. Be like, excuse me, I have a question. Very well.
Have you tried turning it on and off again?
We shall. Do you think you can communicate with them?
Give it a go.
Sure. We can always try talking. They've got lots of ears.
Horrible. Let's go.
And you head off towards Moorfield House. And incidentally, where the decapitated body of Nikita still is, I guess. So that's going to be fun for everyone. Nahari, you head off to the rectory to Siamara, and we will switch again to Chris, who I believe was
Taking a swing.
taking a swing.
It's not even subtle. Like, we're just starting a fight. He's
Yep.
not fallen for the antagonism. I forgot about toughness, so apparently we're not using that for the moment.
What do you need for toughness?
It's a rouse check.
Yeah, you can do a rouse check if you want.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
how
would be
hungry
best.
you are.
I'm only one hunger.
One hunger?
Okay, two
You're-
hunger.
two hunger, yeah.
Yay. Okay, well that'll help a little, maybe. Yeah, it's just gonna be like basic bog standard. She's not trying to be subtle, it's just a punch to the face.
Yep.
Because he's moved super fast, and obviously Chris has had a little experience with Kabo with this. But I don't super remember how I negated it, so it's fine.
If you're going for a punch, that is a strength and brawl, please.
Okie dokie.
And you may use your speciality. Wait, if you're going for a straight punch, I don't think you can use your specialty here.
No. Ooh, still. Wow, I got 210, so. Mama said knock you out. Bam. Oh, not. Not two.
So, with like you go in for a fairly simple and fairly straightforward, like just right hook in, and he doesn't seem exactly prepared for it, but with really quick speed, he kind of like dodges away from it, and he's
Chris
a bit
got
too
one
quick.
more than Ruben.
I got 2 10s.
Oh, you got 2 10s?
Yeah.
Apologies, I didn't see the crit. So in that case, that's a 6.
So it goes
plus
slightly
5.
different.
Yes. So, like he starts to move, and you kind of clip him in the shoulder, kind of like spin him around and put him like off his
Balance.
off his balance a little bit. And he kind of like tries to right himself, and like moving very quickly, like comes in to kind of like give you a jab in your kidneys, etc. Which is also going to be strength brawl. There's strength, yeah. There we go. Oh, good roll.
Okay. So I do want to try and like my kidneys? I mean, roll with it and like maybe try spin around, do another slightly taunting punch to the face.
Yeah, if you want to like take the hit and like go with it, and use that like momentum to do like a kind of spin in the air and also uppercuts while you kind of go around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's your fortitude?
Sorry, bear with me. I was just searching my toughness. My fortitude is something that I'm looking for on my page. 2.
2. Okay. So, if you roll me a, let's call it dexterity athletics, just to see how well you go with the punch.
Yep. Any bonuses or just straight?
Just straight.
Just 3.
Okay. So you do take a fairly strong hit, which means that oh no, because you have your toughness as well, which means that wait, I just need to check if he has he does. Okay, so you do take 2 superficial damage, which is just the 1 line through your health.
Okay.
But because you're using the momentum, you can add 2 to your strength brawl. As you get hit and you go with the punch, you kind of like bloody hell. You know what? Did you do 2 extra to that roll?
Yeah.
You sure?
No.
What I'll do
I'll roll again, but I'll like
what
just to see how many dice it is.
What I'll do is I'll take 2 off his dodge.
Okay.
Instead, because it would give him less time to react.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't add it.
So that's a 5 and a 3. Okay. So yeah, as you spin, your fist connects with his chin. You're not using feral weapons, are you?
No, not yet.
Okay. Your fist like connects with his chin and just like lifts him up and kind of like staggers him back a little bit, and then you're both like, you land on the ground, straighten up, he kind of like straightens up a little bit and kind of shakes himself off a moment. Please roll me a wits insight with your speciality.
Okie dokie. Just 3.
Okay.
Ooh. Few ones there.
Yeah.
Ouch. Really hurt me.
The speed isn't helping you like get a kind of analysis on his style and being able to adapt to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to react and to kind of essentially keep up with him.
But not get ahead of him yet.
Yeah, it doesn't give you time to like consider his fighting style, etc.
So like I said, Ruben, buddy, I'd like to see you try make me leave. So just getting in the way a little bit.
Well, part of my job's getting in the way, and you haven't got past yet.
I mean, I've clearly got past your territory lines out, so.
Yeah, well, that's easy enough.
Well, you're not doing great at guarding then, are you?
And he is going to rush in for a punch.
Okay.
If you'd like to counter this, instead of like dodging, you can counter it with your.
Yeah. With
I mean, if you want, you could headbutt his. You could headbutt his hand.
No, I think we'll counter with the capoeira.
Okay.
Possibly.
Oh.
Am I going?
So if you wanna dodge, then it will be Dex Athletics. If you want to like block and counter, it will be Strength Brawl.
Oh, I want to counter. I do
Okay.
want to punch him a bit.
Um,
He hurt. It's a strength roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no.
can reroll 3 if you like.
Yeah, that's 303. Okay, that's better.
Holy crap. Yeah, you counter him, kind of like knock his hand to the side and spin round with your leg, like the move you've used before, kind of going with the momentum.
The momentum, yeah.
Bring the leg down. Unfortunately, like he just slips backwards as your leg is coming down, like over his head, and his style seems to be fairly a mix of boxing, like amateur boxing and street fighting, from what you can tell. And he comes in to kind of like just really hit you as much as possible and as fast as possible. So going to, and it's like a blur of fists. Although, you know, like it's pretty easy to
I think I'm gonna dodge this one, so it's Dex Athletics. Having a little dance away from. Oh well.
Yeah. So like the speed is really fast, and you kind of fall back on your instincts, and every time a fist flies, your head or your shoulders, you know, whichever part's aiming at, is just out of the way. It's all kind of like skimming you, but not touching you. And you can see him getting a bit frustrated. Incidentally, roll me a standard wits awareness.
Yeah, I was wondering how Sheldon's getting on.
Yeah. I'm just not sure how
But
much you're
there
picking
wasn't
up
like a
from the fight.
decent pause. 2.
Okay. Like you catch glimpses, and you see let me have a look here. There it
How
is.
was the fight?
With 2 successes, you see Sheldon kind of just standing there, and the flash you see is it's not Nikita, it's Zaza kind of like holding her arm and like not scared, but not attacking. While he's just kind of standing there with his hands open like this.
Well, I mean, he's fine. So he's
Seems
focused on
fine.
what I'm doing now. Oh no. Okay. Ruben's getting antagonized. Okay. Seriously, Ruben, this is taking forever. Are you gonna actually do your job?
All right. Let's do this. 1 second. Okay. And then so fucking Eli. So as he like starts to step forward to engage you again, he's like stops, as if he's been like you know, like stopped in his tracks, and then looks down, and you can see 2 hands from the floor grabbing his legs, like just come out of the ground and
Eli.
they're just grabbing his legs, and like he's off put for a moment, and he's distracted, so, and he's also restrained.
Okay. Yeah. No. I know we're supposed to be taking them out, but what Chris wants to do and what we've said we're gonna do are not the same. We'll just kill him. Yeah, sure. Chris doesn't plan on doing that.
You hesitate.
So, yeah, I'm trying. I don't know what to do here, really. I know what we're supposed to do.
And Ruben starts to kind of like kick and try and struggle,
Ooh.
but Eli's holding him tight.
Oh God. Yeah, Chris is gonna. She's gonna rush in to try and knock him out, I guess.
It's a kindred, like knocking.
I
him
want
out
to
is-
take his head off, but.
Do you just want to kind of like, go for a kind of obviously not winding punch, but kind of just like a body shot?
Yeah.
Because like if you punch his head too hard, his head will come off. If you punch his body too hard, your hand will go into his body and
No, I think that would be interesting though.
What?
Either. I think she's gonna try and punch him in the freaking face again, but with the mindset of he's gonna get knocked out, not that his head's gonna fall off.
I mean, like, this is the thing, is he's restrained, and
I know.
you can hit very hard. You would know that if you so
Punch a head off seems a little extreme. The one time we've ripped an appendage off is when there was two of us doing
That's
the
true.
ripping.
That's true.
So I think we're gonna punch him in the face.
Gonna punch him in the face.
Try knock him out. It makes sense for Chris Head.
Okay.
Um
There's been a little bit of hesitation here, so I'm just gonna do this.
Sorry,
one more
yeah, it was like
time.
the sudden hands. I thought Eli was having a nap.
Okay. And then Eli. Yeah, okay. You
Strength roll with
kind of like tense for a second. You're like a little bit hesitant, not sure what you're gonna do, and then you're like, screw it, just gotta punch him in the face, try and whatever, and then you start like charging forward at him.
Okay.
Please roll me a strength roll.
Okay. Any bonuses?
Yes, a +1.
Oh no. Bonus it's only got 3.
I want to check something.
Okay. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Okay, yeah. So I just need to check. Well, actually, that's not going to matter too much. So what happens is, as you start charging, Ruben looks up and he kind of like, starts moving to put up a guard because obviously he can't dodge or anything, and then his guard falls as he starts to move towards you. As he's being dragged through the ground towards you.
Okay.
And which obviously I will allow you to try and stop the punch that you're currently throwing.
No, because he needs to get knocked out.
Okay. But you would, but basically the velocity with which he is being thrown towards you
I'm
adds
aware.
to the hit. And Eli rolled pretty well. So if you would like to stop the punch, you may be able to do it, but I can't promise anything. It's down to you whether you want to.
Don't
you know
train
what?
the kidneys, dude.
Give me a wits. Give me a wits. What would this be? This would maybe wits awareness. Yeah, let's call it a dexterity awareness.
Okay.
because it's reactions, you know, and,
Yeah.
and you need to realize something, and then no,
No.
you don't have the time to stop. So
We're
what?
just fighting.
So what happens is, your fist connects with his face,
Yep.
goes through his face, and out the other side. So probably around about like your bicep is where his head is currently his head is currently like on.
No. Is it still attached to his body? Like, have I? Or is it just like his head?
No,
Or is
it's still attached to his body. Yeah, your fist went through here and out the back.
Ah! No, 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 no. Nope, nope.
You just kind of
Jumping
like,
around, like,
you just kind of like shove it
flailing
off
like
your
this
arm.
is brain matter. Get off. That wasn't supposed to happen. Just freaking out. And
Yep.
what's happening with Sheldon? And
Zaza.
Zaza.
So Zaza.
Well, she's freaking out quite loudly.
Yeah. So you kind of like spin around to see how Sheldon's doing. Zaza appears to have a dead arm, which is kind of hard to see, but you can see it enough, and is like strapped to the floor with like dark shadows wrapped around her, and she's like almost mummified.
What is happening?
And then Eli steps out of the earth, like next to you.
It's not red. I thought you were having it. I don't know. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, we have to do something about this now. Yes? No?
What-
Eli, say something. Okay. Sheldon, how's it going?
Everything seems to be in order. I'm just about to finish off my opponent.
Great. Okay.
If I assume you do not want to question or anything, and you can hear Zaza kind of like growling and cursing, and you know.
No, I don't. I think I'm fine right now.
Very well. And you just hear this like bone crunching, like crunching a bag of crisps. Just like.
Why is this so violent? Great. Okay.
And you hear this kind of like dragging sound, like as Eli walks past you holding the
Yeah.
leg of Reuben, walks and as the shadows like recede from Zaza, he walks over, grabs her leg, and then slips into the earth again, and they kind of both
I
get
mean, that's dealt with, so that's
taken
good.
down as
But
well.
okay, well, that's one way to clean up. Thank you, Eli.
Do we not have another task about us?
Meet people and more killing. Yes.
I
That one?
believe we have one more to dispatch of before our task for the night is done. And Eli, like, you see his like arm and elbow come up, and then he kind of like pulls himself out of the ground again.
Thanks, Eli. I mean, let's just see if maybe Nahari's already dealt with that. Okay.
And then Eli turns and walks away back to the territory.
Bye, Eli.
are you not requiring our services anymore?
Your service is very much appreciated, children.
Oh, very well. What say we get going then?
Okay. And Chris is just gonna spin around and like, just in shock a little. Walk
Yep.
to
You punch the dude's head through their head. It's understandable.
And we're heading to the rectory now. We're never going to mention this. I want everyone to know. We're never going to speak about this.
Well, it's
apparently.
only Eli and Sheldon who know, so...
Yeah, and, you know, Sheldon was distracted with his own business, so...
And Eli, you know, what's the likelihood that's the first time he's going to speak properly to anyone is to tell them that?
Pretty high. It was pretty metal. Yeah, so Chris is just like, just let's walk to the rectory now. Okay.
Okay.
It's all a bit surreal for her. With her nice red arm.
I'm assuming you can... Didn't even use feral weapons.
No, this possibly is not the best thing for Chris.
So, you know what? Even though it's not your song, I feel that this would be appropriate for Nahari. You find yourself in front of the rectory. It's almost completely dark. The light out the front is open. But aside from that, and on a initial gaze, there is a window open. You don't know about the door being locked or unlocked, and you're kind of like surveying it from the other side of the street again, with Temsa.
I'm gonna send a text message to the group.
Okay.
And be like, Chris, are you coming? Here.
You'll just get a reply like, yeah, just go ahead.
Honestly,
We're on the way.
Considering the fight, that would probably still be so.
Yeah, be ongoing. Okay.
You won't get a text for like 5 minutes or so. And then like if you want to wait more, you can wait more, or it's up to you.
I'd probably wait just a little bit, but I'd also I'd want to scout, right?
Okay.
So
you want to do like your initial going over
Yeah.
of them. Okay.
yeah, I would turn to Temsa and be like, I don't know our distraction. She's capable, but hesitant. So it might be taking some time. Let's scout and see what's what. And
Okay.
so I just kind of want to see if we could get to a window and see where Samara might be.
There is an open window, so you can kind of like go up to the window and see if she's in the room or if you can hear her anywhere near. That will be wits awareness. Temsa is fun. Oh damn, nice. So you hear the same thing he does, which is a distinct absence of noise in the house. But you can peek into the room at least. It's dark, but you can see that there's no one in there. Seems to kind of be like a lounge of some kind.
I wonder if she's even here. Should we go inside, do you think?
What do you think?
I think if we can stay hidden, we should get as much information as we can. We should try to learn where they are. I don't know if she's their leader, but she's definitely their strategist here. Let's find her.
How do you plan on finding her?
Let's go inside
Okay.
quietly.
Be done.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to climb inside this window.
Yep.
Very sneaky like.
You have silence of death, so you won't make any noise. For the going forwards, give me a dexterity stealth. Oh, crit. Not an amazing roll, but still a crit. Not a crit, but good. Yeah, as soon as you you move in, and you slip down, and your foot touches the floor, you feel this like presence. It's kind of the easiest way to describe it would be the whole house, but also specifically the center of it is upstairs somewhere. Kind of like you can like see, you have an idea of where it is. It's kind of like a hair raising goosebump type feeling.
There's something here. I don't know what it is though. Do you feel it?
I have no idea what it is you're talking about, but presumably it would be the person we are here to kill, yes?
I don't know much about her. I just know that she's probably powerful to lead this group. Let's continue onward. Try and find her, but stay hidden until we hear from the others.
Okay, lead on.
So we'll try to continue on to wherever I feel she might be.
It's kind of out of this room into the hallway, up the stairs, and then one of the rooms. And as you, because we've done your stealth checks, yeah, you silently go through the hall into the hallway, up the stairs. There's no creaks or anything like that. You get to the top, and you can. There's a few doors and a few different like rooms that with closed doors. But you can tell that it's the one, like, as you come out the stairs, it's a little bit of a landing type area, and it's that door there on the left. Roll me a wits awareness, please.
Okay. Did I re-roll that?
You can reroll 2 if you like.
That's not ideal.
Don't forget to off one of your.
Shall we see what's inside the door, or maybe wait for the others? I'm gonna message Chris and Cass.
Okay.
And just be like, we're inside. I
phone's
think
turned
Tamara's here. What?
The phone's off.
My phone's off? Like, have I killed it?
I think so.
Did the battery die?
No.
Can I turn it back on?
You try. It does not
Okay.
turn back on.
I don't know where they are. We might be able to handle this on our own, but I would rather wait for them. What do you think?
It is your choice. I am backing you up. I want to see what you can do.
Is the door locked? Can I see if the door is locked?
You could try the door, but you can't tell until you try the door whether... It'd be weird if it was locked, because it's inside the house. But you never know.
Okay. Okay. I think I would very sneakily try the door. As long as I can't be seen, I'll keep going forward.
Okay. Doesn't appear to be locked.
If I open it, sneak inside, what do I see once I open the door?
So when you open the door and walk inside, first off, give me a wits awareness. It is almost pitch dark, except for the light coming in from the hallway. Okay. You can re-roll 2 if you like, but you will have to mark off another willpower.
Sorry, I can't function right
4.
now.
Okay.
Apparently.
How much willpower do you have left, just as we go forward?
2 more.
Okay.
2 remaining after this.
Okay.
And I haven't roused.
Yeah.
So like I did rouse once, but it didn't change anything, so I still have full.
Yes, that's true. If you'd like, before you enter the room, or even like for the scene, you can. I can't remember what it's called when you rouse the blood to get bonuses.
Yeah, I want to do that. I
Yeah.
want to do that.
Okay.
Even if I was full, I would do that. I think for
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
You probably do that as you decide to go to the door, because you weren't sure before that whether you were actually like proceeding solo or with Temsa or not. So yeah, you kind of like draw on your blood to sharpen your senses, to sharpen your reflexes, and you open the door and like step in, and it's almost complete darkness, but you can still see a little bit, and you can see a dark-skinned bald woman sitting in a like fairly large reclining chair, and you also see like strange shadow movements, like kind of waving like long grass or something on the floor and on the ceiling and on the walls. And you hear, "Greetings, and welcome to my lair."
Who are you?
I am Siamara.
You've noticed me.
I did.
Did you know I was coming?
I saw you through the shadows once you stepped into the house. I was wondering what you were doing. I can only assume you are here to kill me.
Maybe. Are you Lasombra as well?
Is that not obvious?
I don't know much about Lasombra, but I want to learn more. And as I say this, I try to inch closer a little bit.
As you do, right, let's go into this a little bit, shall we? There we are. Okay, so it is right. Please roll. So as you start to like inch further slightly, you feel a movement of like some of these strange like blades of grass almost. They rush together to form larger like tentacles almost of shadow, and one of them like whips towards you to like towards your leg. It'll, if you want to dodge it, it'll be a dexterity athletics.
I do.
Okay, yeah. Just like you feel the edge of the tendril just like slip against your leg as you kind of like jump to the side and out the way of it. Like others of the tendrils start to come together on the ceiling and on the walls. They start to form like larger tentacles that are just kind of waving, and also. And then also... Okay, she doesn't get hungry. Also, like, these kind of, parts of the, like, part of the ceiling, part of the wall start to, like, crack open slowly in this kind of, like oval slit, almost. And, like, these, like, white, white eyes with like blood red in the center start to crack open, and the pupil starts like moving around and then like centers on you. Please don't try to move any suddenly, otherwise I will be forced to have to try to kill you, which I may do anyway. And let's end things here for this episode.
What?
Stabby, go!
No!
Eyes though!
Fuck.
Oh dear.
Oh my god, that is not fair, but also very cool.
How cool are the Sombra, right?
Oh.
Just a little sidebar for everyone who's like, that doesn't make much sense because I don't remember that. The eyes are a little sheepified that I added into the Lasombra being able to see from shadows. It's so much creepier, and I really like it. So I was like, yeah, I want to do that.
Fuck yeah.
There's
Oh my
And eyes.
so many cool Lasombra powers.
Yeah. You noticed
That
that
I want to learn about.
there was one that that Sheldon used, which I assume Josh picked up on.
Yeah, during the fight, he was using the arms, right?
He
Tentacles.
well, not just that. When she was, oh yeah, no, you didn't see it quite.
Sorry.
Her entire Zaza's entire arm was like mummified and decrepit.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah. That's
The
why.
desiccation is crazy because I don't know what that is.
That's,
Nahari doesn't know what that is. I don't know what
touch
that
of-
is.
just Touch of Oblivion or
Touch of
something, where
Oblivion,
you can just melt people's limbs into like mummified
Yeah.
uselessness. It's
Yeah, Chris is not
horrifying.
asking, so it's oh no. But the Sombra is scary. Why do they exist?
I want these. I want to know these things. Oh God. Okay.
So yeah, that's why Sheldon was in the position he was and everything. Like he's quite
He's chilling.
strong.
He's yeah. I've been waiting to see what he can do, to be honest.
Yay.
He does have the arms as well. Like technically speaking, he probably could have beat weirdly. It's just because he's older and he's stronger, and Zaza's wasn't very old, in terms of Kindred age. Like he could have beaten Zaza with just a straight out punching fight probably, but he's not the
That's
type
less
to.
fun.
Well, he's not the type to go easy on someone and take a risk or anything. So he's just like, screw it. Which is why she went from like ready to go to oh shit, cornered animal type thing. So anyway, let's go through everyone. See what you thought about the episode. I think that counts. We had combat, right? That counts as combat.
Oh yeah.
But
I killed a dude.
Yeah, I mean they had rolls, they had punches.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People died.
They just didn't do as well.
So Alec and also Hydra. What's up, buddy?
Hello. Yeah, that was cool.
You're gonna go see some flesh monsters next episode.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think Alec is very much enjoying the thrills of going from outside waiting to going inside and waiting. It's for him that's still a step into the dangerous. So he's just excited to be part of all this. It's all very, very fun. Yeah, it was good. Cassius has got a few cryptic things to answer for, mainly to his crew, not to Alec, who's less concerned. But
well, you're about to become part of the crew, so
yeah, well, yeah, like he's not as attached, but there's like the plot thickens, Mr. Riddles. So yeah, he's looking forward to just sort of seeing how things unfold, and I'm very glad he's not watching all of this unfold in some ways. And yeah, hopefully crows don't come back with news that Nahari is like thrown out of the window, or I don't know, that Siamara is running toward the. I don't know. That's Hydra and his concerns.
yeah.
Alex just happy.
Yeah.
As happy as he can be.
And can I also say I'm really glad I managed to find this music for Alec because it goes very well with a creepy La Sombra in.
It's yeah, I like it.
Let's move on to the second least useful boy, Cassius. Actually, no, the first most useless boy because Alec was probably more useful than Cassius, with the current.
Yeah, with
current-
Barb.
Cass hasn't really done anything. So yeah, he's fine. Well, to be fair, this was entirely his idea, so I don't feel like he's been that useless. He's just not useful right now.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But no, I enjoyed our little interlude chats, Alec. It was fun to get that out there to someone that isn't the main part of Memoria at the moment.
Yeah.
Like he feels like he can just divest himself of a whole bunch of worries, and even if you're about to like come into the fold and be in the inner circle, as it were, he's like oddly less worried about telling the truth. But yeah, he's got things on his mind.
Oh yeah.
And he's got flesh monsters to command.
I get this feeling like it's going to be obey my commands. No! Alright, burn down the house.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes.
Yeah,
because I've got a few ideas on what I'm gonna do.
There's some possibilities there.
Yeah. I'd either go, hello, you will I'm gonna tell you what to do, and they're like,
grab you by the foot, slop, flop,
boom,
flop,
boom,
flop.
boom. Yeah, I have a feeling that. Yeah, that might happen, but we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Also, oh god, Nahari might have found someone who is angry about her having La Sombra powers. Oops. Who saw that coming?
So, one thing I can now tell you guys, because it's fun and interesting, is that house isn't Cyril's. That house is Siamara's house. Because she's been crashing there and just shadowing all over it and becoming part of it almost. So
She's like rubbing herself on the furniture,
Yeah.
getting hair everywhere.
which is why you felt her presence, like the second you stepped into the house, and it's why she saw you, because like the entire house is not a part of her, but you know what I mean. Like she has purvey over it. So there's gonna be someone really pissed with the battery of their car tomorrow, where they're like, "Why is my
I
why is
know.
my car battery dead?"
I'm sorry.
No.
I can't.
It's
I would have called the cops by now.
So
It's turned off a few times. So
Yeah, something is very wrong, and the cops need to come. But like, no, like it's not a problem for us. At all.
no.
But it's just like,
it's not my car.
Yeah. So I was gonna say let's go with our number 2 murderer, but you both are murderers today, so let's start off with Tash and also Chris.
It's been nice. I think it's going to be interesting to see how Chris copes with it. I apologize for the pauses and hesitations. Like sometimes it's hard to sort of think of where it's going to go.
First kill. No, it's fair in this instance because it is the first time Chris is killed.
Yeah, and I said in chat, but like she's obviously had the discussions with Kafka and Cass about stepping up, and like she knows it needs to happen. She just doesn't want to be the one to do it.
It's different in the moment as well.
And yeah, and it's like, oh, I'm actually gonna kill this guy. Okay, so hopefully it didn't feel too jank, but I had a nice time with it, and I feel like it went the right way.
Did
but
you pick up in the change in attitude?
What with Ruben?
No, with Eli.
What does he? I don't know. No?
Like because you were so hesitant and.
Yeah, I thought he was earth melding. Is like, well, she's not going to get anything done, so I'm like, screw this.
He was like, okay, fight time, and he like melded in so he could ambush later. And I even gave Ruben a freaking bonus to see because he was still aware of Eli existing.
Yeah.
But he just failed horribly.
But I'm not. Yeah, I don't think Chris in Eli's mind is. It's just how she fights, like winding people up to make them antagonize.
It's not that. It's just the hesitance.
Yeah,
Eli,
and
Eli follows the definite and the strong.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's fair. It definitely comes across like Chris was hesitant from the outset.
Yeah.
So we'll see how she how it goes with Eli. I don't really know what he's gonna do next, and yeah, Chris. I don't know if Chris is gonna tell anybody, other than it went and it's done and.
Someone in chat makes a very good point. It's not really murder if they attacked first.
Well, they didn't attack first. Chris did.
That's what I was gonna say. Chris.
And someone also asked like if he's actually dead because he wasn't decapitated or burnt and stuff. So who knows? Maybe not. I guess. Chris 100% thinks he's dead though, so she's gonna feel bad about it. I think it's gonna be fun to see what she does. And deal with that emo little gangrel.
And then the other murderer of the session, Tezuchika and Nahari. Damn, you just went on a freaking assassin spree, basically.
Nahari's totally cool with having killed people. She's fine with it all around. She has no problem with that when it's necessary. And when it's like just.
I can tell you this because they're dead and it doesn't matter anymore. Nikita had Oblivion powers.
I mean, okay, she had to kill him. She had to because he controlled the flesh monsters and they were gonna wreck the city, and the just thing would be to kill him. She wants to kill all of these people because they are doing something that is not within her scope of righteousness, right? Taking over the city, like killing everyone in the city with flesh monsters. That's not keeping with the masquerade. That's totally unrighteous. That's like it's against everything she believes in, aligned with either Memoria or the Hashem.
Yeah.
It's just anti everything she believes in. So she wants to stop these guys, first and foremost. However, she super wants to figure out her fucking powers. So, not knowing anything about Nikita and knowing he was controlling them, she just, it was just literally the course of business. You know, it was like killing that guy in the house that went after her. You know, she had to kill some random dude that they sent her after, and she had to kill the assassin that the Blessed sent after her or with her.
Yeah.
She had to kill those guys, and that was just what she had to do. Yeah, it was on the job, exactly. Now killing Samara, she wants to kill her because she's one of these people.
Yeah. But
she has her brother to back her up, and she wants to learn.
It's so funny how Temsar's whole attitude is stand back, I'm testing you. Yeah. It's like a training exercise in his mind, and he's just like, you know, he's hearing things and he's seeing things that he's not letting you know, and just seeing how you do, while at the same time being kind of like
that makes sense to Nahari. Like, she's scared and she doesn't trust her powers and she doesn't understand her powers, but here is someone that can show her what they can do, and she knows that ultimately, or she thinks that ultimately, he'll back her up. Like, if she really is in trouble, you know, so she's gonna try. She's gonna try.
It's gonna be interesting.
We'll see what happens. Also, she's hoping that Chris shows up. She's hoping that Chris is okay and then shows up. Because she, like, these people, she didn't expect them to help her. You know, she went to them out of desperation, but also just, you know, it was literally like the only place she could really...
It was the best choice out of a couple of bad choices. Yeah. From the perspective you were at the time.
Yeah. But they took her in, and they're like modern kids that ended up as vampires. They're like me. They're like Nahari in a lot of ways. And in a lot of ways, they're very righteous. And they've done right by her a lot so far. And she values them.
Yeah.
And so she's hoping that all of this somehow works out.
It is so funny how she's like talking Memoria up so much to her brother in this kind of like, these are my friends, please like them, and he's just like, yeah, whatever, do your training, like show me what you can do. And you're like, but they're so nice, they align with our justice and our ideals and everything. He's like, do they?
Yeah, I mean, she wants him to be cool with them, and she wants them to be cool with him, really badly, because otherwise she's afraid of what will happen. But like she's like stuck between the two, and she cares about both, so she just wants them to be like one big happy family, and it may not happen, but she's gonna try. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And I've been noticing chat is wondering on Ruben. Ruben's dead, guys. So, you know.
Yeah, I was just reading the rules, and even if he is just in torpor underground, like, how's he gonna get food to heal himself? So it's.
I mean, like, ultimately, ultimately they're like encased underground, and Eli's just gonna go back and deal with them if they're not already dead, which
Yeah.
pretty much are. So it's fine. And also, funnily enough, I rolled for all of their hungers, and Ruben and Zaza were already on 4 hunger, I think, or three or they were both on like 3 or 4 hunger, and during the fight they got hungrier, so there, yeah. So, there you go. We had a fight.
I
We
can't
found
believe
out.
where you ended this, by the way. Fuck, man.
Well, it was ending time, and I like a good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And we did basically, for all intents and purposes, Siamara could be considered a boss, I guess. Not really, but it's like creepy and scary at the very least.
Capcom.
I like
With all the
Siamara.
eyes.
And yeah, next week we're going to watch Nahari grapple with whatever the hell happens there. Cassius and Alec are going to go and check out Flesh Monsters and see what they can do with that. Chris is going to probably spiral while walking towards another murder. And I imagine at this point, Tess is trying to stick her tongue down Castor's throat. So
Yep.
that's just a guess. I'll probably have Vandy make a roll next week for hitting on Castor. Yeah. Next week we're probably gonna close out the Old Guard chapter, which is gonna be interesting. Okay, so those of you on YouTube, links in description to all the wonderful people, and also Vandy, who is here today but is here in our hearts, and also maybe in chat.
In chat, yeah.
Yeah. And in terms of channel stuff, things coming, just waiting on a couple of things, then we'll get rolling, and there's going to be a whole load of stuff that I have planned. So if you're enjoying Sunkissed, there's more and other things coming, which is going to be a lot of fun, which I can't talk about yet, but I'll talk about soon. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next weeks when we do the Sombra things. Oh, I'm going to stop streaming.